Hello all, welcome back to InvesFink. Tomorrow there is Nifty weekly expiry. So we will unlock the key support and resistance zone for the major indices like Nifty, Sensex, Banknifty and FINNIFTY. Additionally, we have done a deep dive analysis on certain stocks that made headlines today. So stick with us to the very end for our exclusive study on whether their momentum can continue and how you might approach them on Thursday. Before we jump onto the details, please go through the disclaimer. Now let's begin with the analysis on indices. So first up is Nifty 50. So in today's trading session, actually Nifty opened gap down from the previous close, and then within just 35 to 40 minutes, it gave a sharp uprise and crossed even 24,900 levels. So it touched roughly towards 950 odd levels in today's trading session. But then within 1 hour of morning time period, we saw a significant sell-off from the highs and it approached the low of 24,750 levels. Roughly around 200 points drop from the highs. And then it hovered in a range bound kind of scenario throughout the day and ultimately closed at 24,812 levels. So still it is 0.17% down from the previous close. Now from this particular candle, it is like a inverse hammer, and usually inverse hammer indicates that in the coming trading sessions we might see a further downfall to continue. So in tomorrow's trading session, if we close or maybe start trading below 24,750 levels in the 15-minute candle, then be assured that in tomorrow's trading session, despite a volatility, we may not close on a positive note. So our major support would remain at 24,750 levels. Once that level gets broken, shorts can be continued to be taken for the further low until 24,600 levels. So majorly tomorrow the expectation is Nifty could trade below. However, if there will be any surprises that come in, we have to wait for the high of 24,950 or towards 25,000 level for us to initiate on the longs. So until then, we have to be on sideways. So on the resistance side, only after 25,000 levels are crossed and it stays for almost like 2 trading sessions at that particular level, only then it would be considered as Nifty is taking strong support at around 25,000 levels, and that would act as a significant bullish sentiment for traders to go long. Till then, it is going to remain in the sideways zone in between 24,600 to 25,000 levels in the tomorrow's expiry as well as in the coming next weekly expiry. On the open interest, so we already see significant open interest additions on the calls have been done for 24,800 strike, 900 strike as well as 25,000 strike. And beyond that, of course, there would be additions, and all the call writers want to enjoy whatever that small premiums also are left over on Nifty. On the put side, if you see, very limited open interest positions have been added, which may not act as a crucial support zone in tomorrow's trading session for the weekly expiry. So if you see Nifty starting to trade below 24,750 levels as we saw in the chart, be ready that tomorrow itself we might approach 24,600 levels or even 24,500 levels in Nifty expiry session tomorrow. So for us, the zone or levels are 24,600 on the lower side and 24,950 to 25,000 on the higher side. So in this trading range, we are going to trade in tomorrow's trading session. On PCR, it is overall 0.6, which is not positive, and at the money also says 0.62, which is again not bullish. So maybe in tomorrow's trading session there might be some bearish moves that are expected to come on Nifty. Sensex had also given a similar kind of trend, and there was a downfall of around 0.17% in today's trading session compared to the previous day. So same like Nifty, we opened gap down. However, immediately within 1 hour we approached the highs, and then from there a sharp sell-off came in, and we gave a low of 81,237 levels in intraday, and from there roughly around 200 points were recovered, but still overall the day was negative. So this is again inverse hammer candle, and whenever you see this candle appearing, there are high probabilities that we might see a downfall in the immediate next trading session. So if we have to see that, then for us the immediate support would act around 81,000 levels. Today it did not approach those levels. However, in tomorrow's session 81,000 should be considered as a support zone, and on the higher side we have to cross 82,000 and stay there for at least 1 or 2 trading sessions, and that can give a big hope for us to cross 82,500, which is the primary resistance for Sensex. Once we cross beyond that, then only the long position should be taken for 83,000 and 84,000 levels in the coming days. Now from the perspective of open interest, so we see short positions getting added from the call writers, and this is going to give a good pressure to the put writers at the 81,500 strike. So again at 82,000 we see significant additions that have been done alone in today's session. So what it suggests is, as long as 81,500 is sustained, then there are probabilities that we would have put additions coming in from the put writers as part of support. Else if we start trading below 81,500, then 81,000 would be the first support that we would test, and then below that if we approach 80,000 can easily come in. So it would be just a matter of 1 or 2 trading sessions when the sell-off might immediately appear, and we will see in a given day 1,000 point sell-off, 800 point sell-off coming in, which would open the lows of around 80,000 levels in Sensex. PCR is again neutral, 0.6 overall and 0.67 at the money. Bank Nifty on the other side tried giving a kind of positive close, but yes, there was a selling pressure. Despite that, overall Bank Nifty banking stocks had performed well, and that is when Bank Nifty closed 0.21% positive in today's session. So from the morning itself there were good long positions that were taken in majority of the banks, and in the Sind Bank one got a rating upgrade. That is when we saw a significant up move. So there was a couple of other small banks from the Bank Nifty space which helped Bank Nifty to close in a positive note. So Bank Nifty also had opened slightly flat to a gap down, and then from there we saw it moving towards 56,000 levels, and then the selling pressure came in just within an hour's trading session, and then it touched the low of 55,500. However, each time we have appeared towards this zone, we have seen a lot of buying momentum coming in, and same thing had happened in today's trading session too, and from there we significantly recovered. Ultimately we closed at 55,828 levels, which is just below 56,000 levels. So there are high probabilities that in tomorrow's trading session If the major banks support, then we will cross or close above 56,000 levels. So if that happens, then at least banking space would be the one which would drive Nifty and Sensex on the higher side. So this is the zone 56,000 level where we will expect significant change in sentiment to come in, and then we could have lot of buys happening at those levels for the next leg of up move towards 57,000 and beyond. So support remains strong at 55,500 in tomorrow's trading session. From the perspective of open interest, so there have been slight unwinding at 56,000 levels, so which signifies that despite there is no built up in the positions on the put writing, however 56,000 levels still remain strong. So once we start trading at these levels or beyond these levels, we will have a swift move towards 57,000 in no time. So despite a lot of pressure coming in from the major indices, banking stocks however are not losing its sheen and have been controlling and giving that significant higher moves as and when we approach 55,000 levels, 55,500 levels on the lower side. So still Bank Nifty is at the crucial juncture now. It has to first start trading above 56,000 levels and sustain there for the next leg of up move towards 57,000. PCR is slightly positive 0.7, and at the money PCR is 0.84, which is bullish enough for the Bank Nifty to move higher. Lastly, FINNIFTY. So FINNIFTY comparatively to Bank Nifty was bearish enough, and it also had given a kind of inverse hammer pattern with a drop of 0.20%. So again, we were anticipating that since we had crossed the highs of around 26,500 in today's intraday trading session, it would have been good if FINNIFTY would have sustained those levels. Now since it has closed at 24,400 levels, the first resistance for us would act as 26,800. Only upon crossing or trading above 26,600, we should go long for 26,800 to 27,000 levels in the coming trading session. On the lower side, 26,200 to 26,000 levels would act as a significant support for us. As long as we trade in this range, we need not too much worry. Once it starts trading below 26,000 levels, we might approach towards 25,500 in the near term. Now let's see on the open interest. Open interest have been significant at 26,500 levels. Despite we closed below those levels, I still see a lot of bullishness or a kind of a stiff support by the put writers at this strike. So this can definitely help FINNIFTY to move and start trading above 26,800 to approach towards 27,000 levels in the coming trading session. But if you look beyond this, below 26,500, if we see a kind of sharp move coming in, then we do not have any crucial levels to act as support. We might straight away move towards 26,000 levels in no time. So 26,500 would act as a very strong support. Once that gets broken on the lower side, we might open for 26,000 levels in the coming trading session. On the longs, yes, towards 27,000 we have the huge resistance, but yeah, from almost 2 weeks we have been hovering in a range bound kind of scenario, which requires to be broken in the coming days. Now comes the very important segment to understand where the market direction is expected to move, and we will understand that from the market participants how they have traded in today's session. So FIIs, they continue to hold shorts in the index futures with 99,000 contracts. On index options, they have added the shorts with 49,000 contracts, overall net positions. Proprietary traders have been mildly holding the short positions in index futures to the tune of 12,000 contracts. So they have in fact unwinded 4,800 positions. So that says that the short positions have been getting reduced. On index options, proprietary traders have mildly exited the positions to the tune of 4,500 contracts, but net they are still bullish with 98,000 overall contracts holding on longs. Clients or retailers, on the other hand, are continuing their bullish trend on the index futures with 68,600 contracts. So they are quite bullish. On the index options, however, they have taken negative positions with 32,000 contracts. In fact, in today's trading session, there was a kind of cut down in the short positions. So somewhere that bearishness on the retail side have got reduced compared to previous trading session. So overall, FIIs are shorts on index options, and then this is getting mirrored by retail traders too. Alone proprietary traders are holding long positions in the index options. So let's see how the tomorrow's trading session is expected to be, considering that there is a Nifty's expiry. On the cash market side, DIIs have bought 1091 crores in the cash market, and also we see a change in the trend by FIIs. Today in fact they have turned positive with 891 crores invested in the cash market. So both the institutions for today's trading session have been carried with their bullish trends, at least on the equity side. Now comes the significant part about the study on the stocks. So IndusInd Bank was quite trending today, and it had surged 5.11%, jumping 41 rupees from the previous trading session. So it has closed at 850 levels, which is quite positive in terms of the round figure as well as the kind of technical levels where it is placed at. Now, what was the major reason for IndusInd Bank to jump? So today Nomura upgraded its recommendation on IndusInd Bank to buy from the previous neutral stance, and it also raised its price target by a remarkable 50%. So previously they had given a target of 700 when IndusInd Bank had plunged from this level of 1,250. It almost became there was a kind of 110% kind of crash that came in, and the stock became almost like half to 635 levels. So at this juncture, Nomura had given 700 as the price target. So from 700 they have ultimately given a price target of 1,050 per share now. So it's a significant jump of around 50% from the lows or the previous target what they had given. So this is quite positive for the bank, and this would surely change the sentiments overall. So the brokerage highlighted in its report that the board's commitment to improving the governance standards after the recent lapses, that the bank had taken a significant one-time hit of around 5,300 crore because of the derivatives mishandling or mismatch in the reconciliations, and post these discrepancies, the odds or the bads of the InvesfincAdvisors bank have already been done, and it is expected to do really well in the financial year FY26, and it believes that this would come as a clean chit or clean state for the InvesfincAdvisors bank. Another positive step is the ongoing search for a new CEO is seen as a positive step towards restoring credibility of the bank. So that is when the anticipation of Nomura is from here on we might have good governance coming in, and that would lead the stock towards 1050 levels in the coming trading sessions. So this is the resistance zone what Nomura has anticipated InvesfincAdvisors bank to approach. Now let's discuss on the other stock which was in quite trend today. So we had already covered about Hindustan Zinc in our yesterday's trading session when it had given a fall of 5% and above. And if you open and check the video what we had discussed yesterday, we very clearly indicated that the Vedanta has estimated to sell off roughly around 7,500 crore worth of stake in Hindustan Zinc. So in today's trading session, there was a block deal that had happened. That is when we saw a severe selling pressure that came in, and the stock fell 6.9% in today's trading session. And this is majorly because of offloading of 1.6 to 1.7% stake in Hindustan Zinc by Vedanta, and this overall deal translates to 7.2 crore worth of shares, which in value terms will come roughly around 3,300 crores. So this deal was in fact executed at a floor price of around 460 levels, which was 5% down from the previous close. So considering that we significantly fell down with sharp volumes, and whenever we see such kind of huge volumes that are sold at a discount, the market price usually tries to adjust towards those levels. So that is when we had seen ultimately Hindustan Zinc closing at the lowest levels in today's trading session. So yesterday itself we had notified that we might approach towards 450 levels, and just in one day we are already there. So now in the upcoming trading sessions, we might see the stock coming towards this zone, primarily 430 levels, and then might take some support here. Else if we will approach towards the previous support from where we saw significant up move that came in. So this would be the buying zone what we might expect the Hindustan Zinc stock to come in. Overall, there is nothing negative or bad for Hindustan Zinc, but since Vedanta, the parent company, requires funding, so they are exiting their stake here and then clearing of the debt from the parent company's balance sheet. So let's see how maybe the trend would be in the coming days on Hindustan Zinc. So that's it from our end for today's analysis. So if you felt this has brought any value to you or in your trading journey, don't forget to hit the like button and share it with your fellow traders. So for daily pre-market report updates, make sure you subscribe to our channel and tap the bell icon so that you do not miss any episode. So if you like our videos and would want to join with us, then the Telegram and Twitter handle links are given in the description. So thanks again for watching, and we will see you in the next video.